It's Thanksgiving week. While everyone else is focused on stuffing and family, many of us entrepreneurs are secretly stressing about the work we aren't getting done. We love the hustle, but hate the holiday guilt. My name is Vincent A. Lancey, and welcome back to That Entrepreneur Show. I wish all of you a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones. I've got a lot of great things in store for you today, and I'm going to provide you 5 essential entrepreneurial hacks to double your time and reduce your stress. That's right. It's an anti-burnout toolkit. Focus and time-saving hacks, they will give you freedom. And I'm really excited to pull back the curtain on these core systems because they have made such an incredible difference in my life and in overall my business as I keep going. We're brought to you today by ComingAlive podcastproduction.com. And I've got, again, 5 hacks. We're going to dive into each of them. So be sure you stick around to the end of the episode and be sure to subscribe to stay current with our amazing entrepreneurs that come each week. Please do share this episode with someone you think would find value in it. But without further ado, you know me, I like to jump right in it and not waste time. Hack number 1, winning tomorrow before bed. And this is a proactive hack. Something I live and die by. What's the hack? Time blocking the next day each night. Now, why is this important? It reduces decision fatigue the moment you wake up. Your brain starts the day in execution mode, not planning mode. It's always very important for me never to hop on email or social media or do things that take away from the top things on my list. I am unorthodox for many, but my time blocking goes from 3 a.m. through 3 p.m. Once or twice a week, there are calls after that, whether they're sales calls or team calls or strategy sessions, but my most productive hours have always been in the morning, so I leverage that. And with that, of course, is holding yourself accountable to get into bed at a reasonable hour. I also shut off electronics an hour before bed. So now let's get into the how. Some actionable steps. You write out your time block and you go through your calendar and you fill in what you can. This is also a time audit, right? I was super surprised about how many open hours and time spots or time blocks I had before I started doing this. And before your day even starts, right? Before your time blocks at the very top, you may be able to put 3 must-do tasks, right? Your top 3 must-do tasks. You may have heard of them as an MIT for the next day. This is that area before emails, before social media. I tackle these tasks, and early in the morning, there's typically no phone calls or distractions, so I'm able to lock in and get these done. It's like I take a deep breath or a mental health break for myself, no pun intended, with my other podcast. And as you're doing this block, make sure you block out deep work sessions for what's needed. If it needs a 90-minute block, so be it. But these are only for your top 3 must-do tasks, whether you do them before the day or you pencil them in. Every entrepreneur is different, and whatever works for you, leverage that and lean into it. But also make sure, this is very big, and I have a lesson learned with this, is blocking out transition time. The time needed to reset between tasks. Now, I don't know if anyone out there also uses Calendly, but there's a buffer on there. So that way, if you have availability 9 to 5, if someone books a 9 to 9:30, the next appointment will not even be there until 9:50. Of course, it's Thanksgiving week, so I want to do a Thanksgiving tie-in, and this hack isn't just for business. Time block your day before the holiday starts. Block out 9 a.m. for maybe turkey prep and 4 p.m. for a family walk. It gives you permission to fully be present. And like I started the show, as entrepreneurs, there's never enough hours in the day, but it will, again, allow you to be present and enjoy the holiday. Let's get to hack number 2, building the digital wall. Again, this is more of a focus hack this time. What's the hack? Do not disturb and your dedicated work profile. Why? Your focus time is your most valuable asset. It is very easy to go down a rabbit hole with a notification. Similarly, too, where email and social media in the morning before you get started can throw you down a rabbit hole that will throw off your entire day. So super important for me. I promise If you have an important call, they'll leave a voicemail or text you. If you have a call scheduled, perhaps leave it off do not disturb mode for those times. But now the how, the actionable step. Use D&D. Set it automatically for all deep work blocks. I have it set pretty much my entire work day. You can go in your settings and only allow calls from your executive assistant, head of operations, spouse, partner, kids. You can have all this preset to make sure you're not disturbed. Now, with this timer comes the social media timer. Implement strict social media timers, and this is something you can override, so it comes back to accountability. Being able to do this will strengthen your accountability in the other entrepreneurial ways. But during the workday, I had started at 25 or 30 minutes, or you can even use a separate app to schedule your posts. Now, I don't have an affiliation with any, and I know through my networking, certain platforms may not get the algorithm showing you love the same as an organic, natural posting in real time. So again, I hope you can understand my mindset behind this, how the endless scrolling can lead to detrimental results on your productivity for the workday. And a little entrepreneurial insight. If you're checking your phone every 10 minutes, you're not functioning as a CEO. You are functioning as an operator waiting for a signal. We touched on time blocking before bed. We talked on do not disturb and social media timers. Now for hack 3, I call this the system of scarcity or the delegation hack. The system of scarcity or the delegation hack. If you're an entrepreneur, you've worn all the hats at some point, and unfortunately, the longer you do this, the longer you prolong the true potential of your company. And trust me, I can relate to you, resonate where not wanting to let go. You know how to do everything. It's your business, the marketing, the accounting, you name it, the editing, the uploading for the podcast, right? There are so many steps, and I learned as the CEO and the host of a top 2.5% show and a top 5% show, I can't be the janitor cleaning up every single mess. So here's the how, these actionable steps. Identify some of your lower income producing tasks. List the 5 tasks you repeatedly do that cost no more than $10 an hour to hire out. Social media posts, email access, email filtering, right? Email responses, data entry, things that you need to survive, maybe updating a CRM. But your time is better spent in the sales process if you're really trying to grow your business. I'm very grateful that as I've taken time off and I've been with family, the company I have can run completely fine without me. I am now just a cog in that machine. If you're wearing all the hats, you're the bottleneck. You're holding things up. Leverage your strengths. I already talked about how I'm productive in the morning, so I make the sacrifices needed to do so and produce in those hours. But also, what are you good at? What are you not good at, or areas you can improve, or things you don't enjoy doing? Those are some other things you should be outsourcing immediately. And I could even talk to you about the podcast process, right? My system for ComingAlive podcast production. The networking to get the guests. Preparing yourself and the guest, recording, editing, uploading, the follow-up template, right? Letting your guests know we're live, asking for reviews, asking for ratings, asking them to share the show, marketing the show, right? Rinse and repeat. I can't do it all on my own. I've got the 4 shows, that entrepreneur show, a mental health break, Pot O'Clock, and writing with authors on YouTube. And I've got ambition to do one more. So we'll see where all of these go. But again, this is the system of scarcity, the delegation hack. You can get a VA and it can be outsourced to other countries. Even if you need help finding a VA or some help, please let me know. Book a discovery call on my calendar, right? I'm not going to charge you for it. I want to help you. Calendly.com/Vincent A. Lancy, and you'll click the discovery call, and in the blurb, fill out that you heard my podcast episode and you want to talk about adding people to your team. Those 3 hacks are absolute game changers, and now I'm getting into a non-negotiable, the health hack. And here is the non-negotiable 30. In that time block 30 minutes every day for movement, hydration, meditation. Your brain is your business. Treat it like a Ferrari, not a U-Haul. And if you followed my journey, you know exercise is another non-negotiable that is also time blocked, where exercise is not just powerlifting. It can be walks outside. It can be some abs. You can go on YouTube and type in beginner workouts, right, for your full body. Stationary bikes are great in the winter. I love bike riding. And of course, with my broken tib fib, I've got a rod that's titanium running through my leg, 2 bolts in my knee, 2 bolts in my ankle. Running causes a lot of discomfort. Instead of making an excuse, I really further fell in love with biking, and down here in Florida, there's a lot of amazing trails I challenge you to use. And everyone go to parks or trails. As you know, my story being hit by a car while walking. People are texting and driving. The roads are crazy, so please be careful if you are out there, and wear a helmet. If I have an hour Zoom or a 30-minute Zoom, everything I do after that immediate dedication to staring at the screen is a screen break, walking around the house, right? Taking a walk, a short walk, all of these things in addition to this health hack I just shared. And the 5th and final hack may sound silly, and I'll even give you a bonus 6th one, but the 3-word vision on a Post-it note. Keep your mission statement or primary goal summarized in 3 to 5 words at all times. This keeps you aligned when the busy work tries to pull you off track. I also keep pictures of my family near me, right? Things I enjoy, things I like, to help me in a good mood and stay focused. And now the bonus hack. As a person who's always thinking, you may be like me as an entrepreneur, where I get these thoughts throughout the day. My problem was I'm texting myself. I'm putting in my notes on my phone. I'm writing it down in a Post-it note, right? Have a Post-it pad next to you and write all the thoughts you have down. At the end of the day, organize your thoughts, right? At the end of the day, you could even time block, organize notes, update CRM, right? Update sales calls for the morning, that list. Having all this organized will help you a great deal. And I'm in my bed, I get an idea, I'm jotting it down on a Post-it pad next to me. So that's a game changer. Remember to subscribe for my future solo episodes and inspiring entrepreneurial testimonials each and every week since 2019. Use these hacks not just to conquer your business, but to win back your time this week and each week after. True entrepreneurial freedom means you can be fully present when the moments matter most, like sitting at the dinner table. Arrive. I neglected this for a long, long time, overriding work and making excuses to work, but be grateful for your journey and be fiercely protective of your time. I would love to hear if you implement a hack this week that I shared. You can start with one and gradually, slowly but surely implement them all, right? Tag me on social media, email me, message me. I want to hear about it, and I'll even feature you on the next show. Stay tuned for our next entrepreneurial interview that is coming up real soon. Last week, you heard from Van Carlson. Next week, you're going to hear from John Gargulio, another incredible entrepreneur. And then we're going to head into December with at least 9 interviews being released, right? I'm keeping the end of the year flowing. I want to give you as much perspective for you to kick butt and get ready for 2026. With that, I'm signing off today, brought to you by ComingAlive podcastproduction.com.